Okay, there's an incredible amount of sirens going on outside. That's exciting. I love Belfast. But yeah, the thing to obviously talk about this time around is the Burning Crusade. Because Blizzard are doing, some greedy bullshit, basically. It's greedy bullshit, and it's also, it's like more than that. Actually, the first thing I want to talk about is the timings of all of this. It was remarkable seeing the reactions to the announcement for the Burning Crusade, like its pre-patch, when it's actually coming out. And it was remarkable to me because it's such a clear and obvious win, right? I mean, it's the Burning Crusade and you get to do it again. So that should be great and exciting. But of all companies, I feel like the one that could successfully fuck it up, it seems to be Blizzard. Their ability to communicate with their audience and actually enjoy, communicate with their audience where their audience is actually at, seems so bad. You almost wonder if they've had so many, BlizzCons of adoring fans that it's all got to their head and they kind of have stopped thinking about it. But there's a few different angles there. So they released this stuff out of basically nowhere, telling us that it's, the 1st and 2nd of June for launch, the 18th of May for the actual pre-patch. That came out of nowhere in such a way that, I mean, good luck if you actually wanted to prepare for any of that, book time off work, stuff like that. So that's kind of frustrating. Then 2 weeks pre-patch?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on there?
2 weeks is so awkward because I think it goes directly against what they said previously about, okay, we want everyone to have time to level their Draenei and Blood Elves, that's why we're giving it this way. But instead, they're just like, shit, whatever. Just basically, there's a couple different reasons I can think of off the top of my head, obviously.
Yeah. There's a big one.
Yeah, number one is probably the least considered, which is the Ash of Creation Alpha 1 testing, which was scheduled for the 1st of June. That's pretty bad, but I think it feels so shamelessly, 2 weeks. Who's going to level to 58 in 2 weeks? People obviously can, but a small fraction of those who want to be in that experience of, I'm going through the Dark Portal on day one. But I didn't really play Classic, and that is absolutely me.
But Matt, what about the Dark Portal Pass?
Oh yes, the Dark Portal Pass, I forgot about that.
Yes, it's an incredible optional feature to enhance your World of Warcraft The Burning Crusade Classic experience, where it will in fact give you a character at level 58 instantly. Now, is it the sort of situation where, as you said, they kind of know that if they do a 2-week long pre-patch, and a bunch of people have got a bunch of plans, and oh dear, they can't level up their character in that amount of time? Oh, is it the case that maybe somebody then will have a slight little incentive to go and, boost up a character? To buy the Dark Portal Pass in that 2-week period, so that when the Dark Portal opens, they're able to go through it. Because 1 to 60 in Classic in 2 weeks? It's a tall order.
Yeah, no, my druid sitting, the druid on the server that we re-rolled on with the guild is sitting at 18, I think, at the minute. And I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Unless I get a start now and go extremely ham, which I don't really have the time to, then that means I am almost forced into buying the Dark Portal Pass if I want to join people on their journey. And kind of knew that the whole time, but it still feels like 1 month preparation is not enough for most people to go, oh yeah, right.
Well, it's less than that. I mean, we found out about this on the 6th, so it's like a little bit less than a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did not give enough time in terms of this announcement. And what's really bizarre about it is it feels like they've shot themselves in the foot humongously. And this is the bit that really confused me, because they did the stress test for Classic's initial launch. They distributed the beta keys to the really, really big streamers, like the ones who don't normally play World of Warcraft. They seemingly did all of that stuff in the run-up to build up the hype. Yet, for some reason, for TBC, they've just kind of said, it's pre-patch is in a week and a bit, 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that is launch, and also here's all the ways we're going to ream you for money. And you're like, whoa. Where was the PR lead up to this? Where was your messaging? Like, what? It just was really confusing to me that they did this almost in a way that would like be costing them money, be costing them success, and that is just really bizarre. There's all of that going on, and then there's the Ashes of Creation thing, which, I mean, it's like, how conspiratorial do you want to be? But the one game that the Classic people have rallied around the most in terms of, oh, it's our next big savior, has been Ashes of Creation. Like, the WoW Classic community is not, they're not creaming their drawers over some Korean MMO. Like, no, what they are all talking about is Ashes of Creation. It does feel a little bit suspicious that the timing lines up really conveniently. I'm not going to say that I, agree that is what's going on. I could certainly see somebody thinking that, though, because Ashes is, I guess, the thing that's trying to position itself as a bit of a competitor to that Classic audience. I don't know enough, and I don't even know when Ashes actually announced that they were doing June 1st for their alpha.
I imagine it was before May 6th at least, but it's between Ashes of Creation and New World are the two that I think a lot of the, especially thanks to Asmongold's influence, I think that's where a lot of the World of Warcraft community are looking for. They're like, okay, but what are our actual genuine competition? And I don't think New World has anything really huge planned for soon. I don't think ESO has either. And the next thing that FF's going to do is the expansion later in the fall. We don't have a release date for that. So there's I think there's two factors that's coming in here. And number one is Ashes of Creation as the 1st of June. So you've got TBC to combat that. And then, well, I guess we're happy enough to talk about the leaked date for patch 9.1.
I suppose so. I mean, I don't know how much conviction I have in that, but I mean, so many of us rejected June 1st out of hand. Would it be silly to then reject the, 1st of July, 29th of June?
29th of June in NA, I believe. Which is very coincidentally one of the last days of Q2. So there you go.
They're just trying to get a bumper Q2.
Yeah, so can they get the biggest Q2 they've had because they've pumped the shit out of, the Dark Portal Pass, TBC's launch, the Digital Deluxe Edition, and then you go and you've got 9.1, so you've got all of those people coming in. People who don't care about Classic coming in for their Shadowlands attempt number 2, plus whatever 6-month sub is going to be coming in there.
That's good. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of new mount or cosmetic armor or something like that for the 6 months as well. Oh, they're going to be harvesting a lot of cash over the next month and a half. Yeah. Which, I mean, is not inherently bad. They are a business. They are making stuff for us. But, well, I think it's when we get into the Burning Crusade pricing stuff that factors in a bit more.
Yes.
But yeah, in terms of timing, it feels oddly rushed in a way that seemingly is just bad for the players. And you look at what Blizzard would gain from that, and it's like juicing the Dark Portal Pass more by not giving people enough time to level up during pre-patch. I mean, I don't want to be super conspiratorial, but it's like, why would you hamstring the player experience by doing such a short pre-patch period? I mean, it's the sort of thing, if you were going to go into a counterpoint to that, if the Dark Portal Pass worked on Blood Elves and Draenei, then you could say it's an absolute cash grab. But of course, the Dark Portal Pass does not. I mean, Dark Portal Pass. It's just a level boost. I don't know why the way that they're calling it the Dark Portal Pass also just feels a little off.
It's a really, really good name to market it, because you immediately evoke, oh, I'm allowed in the Dark Portal now. Great, fantastic, excellent. And it gets that entire experience of, oh yeah, I would like to be there day one. I would like to join the legions of people running down the steps and getting crushed by the Fell Reaver eventually.
Yeah.
But it's so... I continually feel like it's just a bunch of different incentives lining up against each other. So they could have possibly went, okay, we'll make this, internally they're deciding a date, and there's push and pull, some person's going, right, we need to give them a month to level. And then someone else is going, but Ashes of Creation beta June 1st, and as I've been seeing in chat, ESO's expansion 1st of June.